The 2010 International Motorsports season is well underway, and this coming Saturday the Eastbourne Eagles look forward to their first meeting of the season as British Elite League level Speedway returns to the Arlington Stadium. The Sussex side opened their year with a challenge event against 2006 league champions, the Peterborough Panthers, but before all of that we take a look at the revised 2010 Eastbourne team in our season preview. The Eagles welcomed 3 new riders to the fold in 2010, with 2009 having effectively been the end of an era. Former England internationals Dean Barker and David Norris bowed an official farewell to the sport. Barker with a successful farewell meeting which opened the 2009 season, and Norris later in the year, after injury curtailed an impressive comeback. Former Grand Prix wildcard Floppy will celebrate his farewell meeting as the last Saturday match of Eastbourne's 2010 season, with a big crowd predicted to turn out on the 15th of May. Also departing for pastures new is 2009 British Under-21 champion Lewis Bridger. The Team GB rider has ridden for his local club since his league debut in 2006 and was a part of the Sussex side's 2008 Knockout Cup winning team. Bridger moves on loan to Peterborough, the scene of his 2009 World Cup debut, where he scored 6 points for Great Britain, outscoring 2010 Grand Prix rider Ty Woffenden and beating local hero Ryan Sullivan. Bridger established himself as a heat leader with the Eagles last season, enjoying outings as the club's #1 during the campaign, and will no doubt be looking not only to develop his international form, but to continue his rapid improvement on the domestic scene. Another who will have high expectations for 2010 is Davey Watt, the Australian international who struggled to find his best form last season as captain of the Eastbourne Eagles. Former Eagles Rider of the Year returns to the Poole Pirates, with whom he's won 3 Elite League titles on a 6.94 average, and is certain to be able to improve upon that figure. Replacing Norris, Bridger and Watt for 2010 are new Eagles Matty Zagar and David Lampart, along with returning former Eastbourne asset Eunice Kilmacorpy. Former Grand Prix regular Zagar looks set to lead the charge, joining after an impressive mid-season return to the Elite League last year. He had been absent from Elite League Speedway since 2007, when the Slovenian raced for the final time for the Reading Racers, with whom he'd emerged from 2004. But he enjoyed his most impressive British season statistically in 2009, looked fast in practice, and the 2-time European champion could well be an impressive #1 for the Eagles this year. Joining him in a heat leader berth is long-term former Eagle Eunice Kilmacorpy, the Finnish international who already has 106 Eastbourne appearances under his belt. The former national Under-21 champion joined the Sussex club in 2001 and has already spent a total of 3 seasons at Arlington, racing more recently with new parent club Lakeside. Kilmacorpy hit a peak figure of 8.08 with the Hammers in 2006, and will be hoping that a restart to his Eagles career, as well as the resolution of physical and injury worries that have plagued him in recent seasons, will be enough to help him recover to that type of status within the Elite League. Last-minute signing for 2010, David Lampart joins the side for the new season in reserve. The Polish Under-21 international who appeared in both the Under-21 World Cup and on his national Under-21 podium, beginning a full-time British career with high hopes for the future. The Pole competes alongside Eagles captain Cameron Woodward and Lucas Drimmel in the Polish League, and will already be known to Eastbourne regulars who caught a glimpse of him in the October Draper Tools Challenge last year. So, adding 2010's new Eagles, the lineup for the season ahead looks like this. The heat leader roles are taken by new #1 Matty Zagar, returning Eagle Eunice Kilmacorpy and 2009 regular Simon Gustafsson. The Swedish international moved up into that role last season after impressing in the early part of the year, taking advantage of improved 2008 form to increase his average even further in his 3rd Elite League season. In the second string positions, Czech favourite Lucas Drimmel is joined by new captain Cameron Woodward. The Australian enters his 5th consecutive season with Eastbourne and will be looking to recover from a slight dip in his 2009 scoring to post an improved average in 2010. Lucas Drimmel, meanwhile, enjoyed a solid first season in Eagles colours last year, quickly becoming acquainted with the fast way around the Arlington Stadium, and the army of colourful fans that grew up during the last year will be ecstatic to note his inclusion in the side. A second season is also offered to Ricky Kling in reserve, another man whose average dropped in 2009, but whose late season performances suggest much more to come in 2010. He's partnered in Heat 2 by the Eagles' only Elite League debutant, David Lampart. The Eagles open their league campaign against Swindon on Saturday the 27th of March, with a preceding season-opening challenge kicking off the year against Peterborough this Saturday. Major dates for the diary include home and away clashes with Lakeside on Good Friday, David Norris's farewell in May, and Sky Television's proposed visits to Sussex on the 28th of April and the 12th of July.